Yeah. Okay. In practice, I have always said that you must look at the low-hanging fruits first. Let me give an example. One area of improvement which I found in many organizations is the entire base piece about data analysis. Yesterday, I was writing a proposal to a prospective client to my meeting tomorrow. They asked me what all work do you do in data analytics. So my first response to it is data analytics is a vast subject. My experience suggests that the people do not even know what is the data available in the company. Forget anything else. So unless you know what is available, if you don't structure it in a proper manner and then start analyzing it in the way it should be, you will not be able to do what you are supposed to do with the data. So this is a typical example of a low-hanging fruits that we often miss out while practicing. So try something which is easy for us so that once I do it well, it will give me confidence to try something else. That is the most important point. Second, best food is like excellence, and therefore the book is Pursuit of Excellence. If you achieve excellence, if you think you've achieved excellence, that's where your decline starts. So the best foot forward, I think, is a great expression. It only keeps moving forward. You think you have reached there, it goes forward. So this is a typical sort of chase that we must look at while looking at the practice that we are going to put in to succeed in and improve our performance. Pragmatism. We need to be practical. I mean, you have heard this before, and I know some of you, and rather a lot of you who are there with me, Excel sheets can throw up any numbers that you want. But finally, it is what happens in real life is very important. I think pragmatism is not about conservatism. It is about being practical, what is possible, not possible, and practice accordingly to become a better performer is very, very important. Culture and attitude are two very important elements which we believe influences practice. Why culture? Because if you do not have a culture, as Dr. Professor Bose was mentioning, that if you don't create that culture of people to innovate, to fail, to try, people will never practice innovation. People will never practice new things. That's very important. And I think culture actually fosters attitude. There are a lot of people who are absolutely risk averse. But when they come into a culture where everybody is willing to take a risk and he or she sees success, that gets reflected on the attitude. But some people are born to able to take risks, calculated risks. Some people don't. It's a part of life. But you can always create an attitude which will help you to practice the way you should in order to achieve what you want to do. And finally, what we call is the closed group. We don't mind failing. We don't mind exposing our vulnerabilities in a group or a group of people whom we trust. And that closed group practice is often required if we really want to do well. Let me give an example. Let's say one of us is getting into a role where public speaking is a part of the role. And the person is not so good at public speaking. The best way to practice is to get people who will actually be your constructive critic and practice public speaking in front of them and before you go out and speak in front of the public. That is the advantage of a closed group.